to us. When people are being, it's not that bad. It's not that important that it will keep you separated from your loved ones. Huh. We sipping and we're talking. Is anything that bad that you would allow it to keep you from your own mother that birthed you, that travailed, that went through pain and suffering to bear you into this earth? And you can't even say good morning, good afternoon. You can't even be in the same room with them. Is it that important? What profit a man to gain the whole world and at the end of the day lose his soul because you're being bitter, you're being angry, vindictive, revengeful, spiteful over something that is really not all that worth it? Trivial stuff. Trivial. Come on. So how can we get past that? How can we move? How can we move past it? By changing our mindset and our perspective and being intentional with our thoughts, being intentional with our ways, being the bigger person, being the mature person in the relationship. There's times I said I was sorry, and Lord knows I was not wrong. There's times that I should have said I was sorry and I didn't. And I regret it. There are times when I could have spent more time and did more things with my mother. I don't have that opportunity now. We were close, don't get me wrong. But no matter what, I still think I could have done better. But she's gone, so there's nothing I can do about that now. But move forward in this day to make sure that I love the people that are around me or surrounding me, that are there for me. Being intentional on how I treat them, being able to pick up the phone and call and say, hey, cuz, I just called to check on you. I just called to say hello. Cousin, I just called to say hello. Auntie, I just called to say hello. Because when Auntie is gone, I can't say hello and she hear me. I can say it, but she won't hear me. She certainly will not respond. And if she does, Houston, we got a problem. We sipping and we're talking. So go visit. Go visit another country. Like I said, write that book. Join a health club. Learn a new craft. Do some outside gardening. But if I want to leave anything with you, if I could leave anything with you, shall I say, pray for those that have lost loved ones. Y'all, people are leaving this world. They're leaving. Some are illnesses that they have, car accidents, violence, gun violence, domestic violence, COVID. For whatever reasons, they're hurting people in this world. And one thing that we have come to know is hurting people hurt people. So before we're so quick to react and respond to someone that has treated us harshly or we feel that have been unjust towards us, unfair towards us, mean, hateful, didn't speak to us, think about what that person may have just experienced, encountered, endured. They may not have even seen you because they're so overwhelmed with life and what's going on. So give them a break. Just say they just may not be having a too good of a day. Things may not really maybe going all that good for them. I don't know what they're going through. So I'm not going to be mean back. Come on now. We got wisdom now. We know when to we know when to speak up for ourselves. Yes. We're sipping and we're talking. We know when to speak up for ourselves. We know when not to be a doormat. We got it. But sometimes your kind word can shift somebody's day. Just because they're ugly to you, don't mean you have to be ugly to them. God, we serve a God that sees and he knows all things. So remember to lift someone up. Remember and pray for those that have lost a loved one during this season, the past few months. It's been a hard place. We've been in a hard place. We've had loved ones that we were close to that we couldn't give a proper burial to. And we know they deserved a stupendous send-off. But because of COVID, we were not able to do that. We weren't even able to attend funerals. We had to do drive-bys. Drive-bys. But I want to encourage you to love and make it intentional to love. Make it intentional as we start our week off. Make it intentional to be intentional to give someone a kind word, a compliment. Compliment goes a long way. I had people compliment me and I think I look like crud. Girl, you look, and I'm like, really? And then I just say thank you. Sometimes I'll go into a little bit more, but for the most part, thank you. And that one compliment can just do a dramatic change in my attitude and how I see myself. Because sometimes we don't always feel like we look. Come on, let's be, I know I can park right there. We sipping and we talking. We don't always feel like we look. Yes, we can dress the part, honey. We can be laid down. We can be looking good. We could be sharp. We could be smelling good. And our inside is jacked up. Our inside, we are hurting. We are bleeding out on the inside. Can I say that again? We are bleeding out. And you're busy looking at the outer appearance. Girl, I like your nails. Oh, girl, those some cute earrings you have on. And in your back of your mind, you're probably saying, child, you just don't know. Oh, you this and you that. You know. It doesn't take very much to frown. But when you're in a position and you're in a place where you don't feel like smiling, when you don't feel like being nice, it takes effort to be nice. It takes effort to smile. It takes effort to roll out of the bed when every bone in your body is hurting and aching and you just feel drained, like all life has been sucked out of you. But yet you have an assignment. Yet you have an obligation. So what do? You press forward. You push forward. And you move on. With every strength, an ounce of strength that you have in you. Yes, we know in our weakness, our God, is made strong. Well, it's a mindset. We can roll over and say, I'm not going today. We can roll over and say, I'm not doing it today. I don't have the capacity. But yet and still, we have the capacity. Because the greater one lives on the inside. And if he lives on you, you have the capacity to allow him to fill that capacity, that you can move forward, that you can press through, and that you can live to fight another day. So remember, let's pray for someone else who have lost a loved one. Let's be intentional about our thoughts and living our lives in this dash. Because one thing about it, there is a beginning and there is an end. But what are you doing in between? This is your girl, Lala. Have an amazing, blessed Sunday afternoon. Remember, be intentional.